Hi, I'm James. Welcome to my man cave. I'm going to show you how to video in time-lapse. What you need is very simple. A cheap tripod, about 15-20 bucks maybe. You might want to get two in case you're interested in the part where I show you how to do pans. A simple camera like this. I work with 10 megapixels, 10 to 12 megapixels I prefer because the rendering time is faster. And you might also want to get a small tripod like this for what I call stealth video. You're at a restaurant, you're dining outside al fresco, and you just set it on the table, press record, and then don't look at the viewfinder. If you're not looking at the viewfinder, people will walk right past you and they won't worry about being videotaped or photographed. I'm going to drive down the hill to a busy intersection, and we're going to take some 2-minute and 3-minute long videos, and then I'll come back here and we'll go through the conversion and speeding up process. Alright, I've gathered all my footage on a SIM card, and I'm going to put it into my transfer device. It's a USB cord with a special adapter for this, and I'm going to transfer them over to a file I've made on my desktop. It's just time-lapse movie clips or whatever you want to name it, as long as you can find it. I usually set it in all caps too, so it's easier to find, and then we take it from there. Alright, just came up from the bottom of the hill. I made 3 recordings. 2 of them are 2.5 minutes long and one is about 3.5 minutes long. I went over to import video, clicked it, selected, put it on the collection square. I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to drag it down into the timeline and let it go. And the first thing I'm going to do is select the soundtrack. I'm going to right click it and left click mute. When you speed up a recording to 3 times normal speed, the soundtrack is this very annoying, very loud screech, which you don't want. Now what I'm going to do is go up here, select video effects. You have a blur. Let me squeeze this over a little bit. I'm going to scroll down to speed up double. Slow down half. Speed up double. I'm going to drag this down onto the video 3 times. As you can see, this just got shorter. I'm going to try and keep this as short as I can. You have your video files in a folder. You import video. You select it. It'll go here. You drag it down into the video on the timeline. You mute the soundtrack. Now I'm going to get audio or music. There's my file. And this is a song I got. There are thousands and thousands of free songs on the internet. This is from a website called Free.wmv. The person composes his own music, and it's free for the taking. So what I'm going to do is drag that down into audio track 2, and then I'm going to shrink it until it fits the 3 clips I'm going to put in there. The choice of music you make controls the emotion that people feel when they're looking at your video. So you can choose silly music or serious music, happy music, whatever, and you control the emotional reaction to your video. This is called New Friendly. It's kind of a quirky, oddball sounding song. And then we're going to go up here to File and render it. Once this loads, there. I'm going to drag this down into the audio track 2. As I said, this will go way, way faster on your computer because I'm running 2 programs at the same time. I'm going to shrink this up a bit. Select it, hold down the left clicker. You see the left, right, green, or blue, red arrow. I'm going to start shortening the song so it's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Give it a second to catch up and you'll see your little timeline down there. And I'm going to go up here to File, Save Movie File. And it says My Computer, save your movie for playback on your computer. That's what you want, so you click Next. Up here you name your file. I'll just leave it as movie. And I'm saving it to the desktop. Next. Usually if your Movie Maker program first comes up, it'll say best quality for playback. Open fewer or more choices so you can select best fit to file size. In this case it's only 2 megabytes, which is okay. Sometimes your videos will be like 40 or 50 megabytes or even bigger, and if you have free email service and you want to be able to email this, your free email limit will be like 12 megabytes or 15 megabytes. You just keep clicking the down arrow until it's at 15 megabytes, and then you go down here and click Next, and it will render this file and it's going to save it to the desktop. When all this is closed out, you just double click that file on your desktop and it'll play. The human hand isn't slow enough or steady enough to do a slow, even, steady pace pan from left to right or right to left and take 2 minutes or 2.5 or 3 minutes to do it. So you use a machine, this right here. This is a jewelry display turntable with a 3/4 inch curtain rod on it. Underneath there's a D-cell battery. It turns 1.5 revolutions per minute. Even that's too fast. So you wrap it around the curtain rod instead. The length of the stick either speeds up by shortening or slows down by lengthening. the speed of the pan. This is a 16-inch one. I like 10-second clips, so I have to shoot for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And then as I speed it up, everything that happened in 2 minutes and 30 seconds happens now in only 10 seconds. So if I'm going to make a longer clip, I'll make a longer stick. Like this is 16 inches. If you like longer clips, like 20-second, 30-second clips after you've speeded it up, you'd like a 16-inch and then a 20-inch and then a 24-inch. A little hook on the end of each one. And it's you can buy one tripod with 2 detachable camera holders, and that's what's holding this in place. One of those little camera holders. I just drilled a hole down through it and put a nut on it that fits this bolt right here. Or you can buy 2 tripods altogether, and that's pretty much how it works. You flip the switch, you press record, flip the switch. As you can see, let me get close here. You can see it's rotating. You want to use your thumb to guide this up a little bit, and it slowly, very slowly, pulls the camera from left to right. It's very simple, and you can find these all over the internet. I bought mine at a jewelry repair supply place in Westminster, but you can find this online. I'll give you a website that you can start with and see if you can get a better deal. Thought I'd give you something nice to look at while I close out this video. A few points. The turntable, I found a website called finehomedisplays.com. They have them for as low as $15. If you're going to buy a camera, it's been over 15 years and they still haven't figured out how to keep those AAA batteries from being sucked dry in no time. So get one that takes a lithium-ion battery and get a second backup battery. And the microprocessors on these little cameras have a terrible time with 4 gigabytes of memory. So you'll want to get two 2-gig memory cards. So you'll have one backup battery and one backup memory card. If you're shooting time-lapse in big stuff, then you can get the camera far back. But if you're shooting things the size of people or smaller, you might want to get as close as you possibly can. And you can see that turning device in action if you click the down arrow next to Albion 8000 in the upper left corner of your screen. All 21 or 22 of my videos will come up in a row. Look for time-lapse Saigon Villas Condos Phase 1, and you'll see a nice smooth pan. That those pans took about 4 minutes to shoot, and I increased the speed, and the pan went from dead slow to a nice smooth left to right pan. And that's it. I hope you have a great time making time-lapse videos.